Video right here be titled "He Who Controls the Information or Your Information Controls Your Actions." Okay, let's say I've conducted an experimental drug or whatever treatment or something I came up with in a lab, right? And let's say you bring your girlfriend in for a checkup, or your girlfriend's pregnant or whatever, and I give her a shot of what I made up in my laboratory. And let's say 5 years down the road, you find out your girl has some kind of serious illness, or let's say your children are something came out messed up about them or whatever. And let's say people start asking about, why is this happening? Why is that? Why is this? And I say, well, that's because of something in your genetics, or you were having the wrong sex or something like that. Even though it was really something I created in the lab, and that's the reason why. Now, but that was just an example of what I mean. It's the people who control the information that you have access to controls they control your outlook on life and certain life situations. Like another example, and this is a real life example, would be 9/11, the war in Iraq, the war on terror. You remember before they actually went to Iraq, they started beating the drums of Saddam's got weapons of mass destruction, 9/11, all that type of shit. Even though Saddam had nothing to do with 9/11, and Saddam actually didn't really do anything violent to this country, right? And they were steady beating the drum of, well, he might do this, he might do that. And now here we are, years and years later. Saddam is dead, and there's still no weapons of mass destruction. You see that? You see the trick that they played on you? Because it was never about weapons of mass destruction from the start. It was really about, you guessed it, oil, natural resources. And here's the thing, all you have to do is look at history. Historically, white people have always come to other nations to take their resources, whether that be land or rubber or diamonds or whatever. They've done it over here in America. They've done it over there in Africa. They've done it over there in other places like India and even China. They tried to do it with the Boxer Rebellion and shit. In Iraq, they're doing it. The scenarios from history don't change. What the only thing that they do now is they try to disguise it up to make it look like they're doing something noble. That's all that is. They just make it look like they're doing something positive for the world. So, but that's something to think about, because I run into people all the time, especially like black people and black Christians and shit, and we have a very warped view, a really fucked up view of life and of history and of white people and black people. have a really fucked up view of that. It's just like the black Christians, like when you talk to them, they'll say some things like nobody's that evil or forgive. Like when I say something like this, like if I say there are people on this planet, and they're probably mostly white, who will look, who will point to some people, who will point to some other people on this planet and say these people don't deserve to live. These people right here are not worthy of living. These people right here should be gone. You have motherfuckers out here who think like that. People who have power too. And here's the thing about white people: when you study white history and white people's history, you get a you start to understand how they think and how they think of you as a black person. And it's not good to all those "We Are the World" people. Like those characters that were created, those "I don't see color, we're all the same," that kind of shit. Those people will have a very rude awakening. They're having that rude awakening now with all the murders, cops, and all that type of shit. Those people are fooled. They've been fooled, and they don't understand it or get it because they don't have a sense of history. History doesn't change. People don't change. The way people think don't change. Off the way people pretend to think a different way, but beneath the surface, they feel the same way. So, with that said, he who controls the information controls you, and you can only operate and react to situations based off what he has told you, and you could be dead wrong.